Well, hello everyone and welcome to the American Innovator. You know, we're going to do something really fun right now. We're going to be interviewing two amazing people, Filipe and Tino, all the way from Portugal, came here to FastCap and spent the last 3 days with us, and we had a fantastic time. And this is Saturday, and they're driving home now to Seattle, going over to Greg Glebe to spend a few days over there and meet Mr. Shingo. But before they left, you know, Filipe and I and Tino talked about so many things, and they have so much great insight about lean. I wanted to share it with you. So we're actually up at our home. We're going to have a barbecue right now, but I thought I'd turn on the camera and interview them and let you hear some of the ways they're implementing lean all the way over in Portugal, because it's a fantastic story and one, frankly, I've never quite heard before. So welcome, you guys, to the American Innovator.
Thank you.
You guys have been amazing to be here and just over the top. So, first of all, Filipe, tell me a little bit about your business and what you do and everything else.
So we are in Portugal and we are a granite, marble, countertop fabricator.
So you make all this nice granite and stuff right here.
Engineered stone, ceramics, so yeah.
Okay,
that's
good.
What we do, yeah.
And how old's the company?
My father and his associate created a company in
28 years.
28 years.
Yeah.
28 years ago, you started the business with someone else, right?
Yeah.
Good,
Right.
excellent. Okay, and how long have you been on board?
Since end of 2008.
Okay, so 2008. What's your background?
I'm an electronic and telecommunications engineer.
Oh, very good.
And
So nothing. You didn't go to school to learn how to do granite at all, or
No.
business for that matter,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Okay, so 2008.
Yeah, since 2008 I joined the company, and it's been like a really big adventure.
Really?
Yeah,
And you like it? You like business?
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so, tell me about lean. When did you get involved in lean, and how did that all happen?
Actually, after I graduated, I worked 5 years in computer science companies, and one of those companies that it was then I heard about lean for the first time.
Okay.
Okay,
So after you graduated, you heard about lean in one of these companies.
It was in 2006.
Okay, 2006.
Yeah.
So 2 years before you joined the company.
Yeah.
What's the name of your company?
Torre.
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 T-O-R-R-E.
Torre.
Yeah.
Torre. Okay, go
Torre.
ahead. And from Porto, I have to say, I've been to Porto. They live in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, right on the coast of Portugal. About 5 hours. If you go slow drive above Lisbon, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
But
it's amazing. Yeah.
go ahead.
So we had actually our first lean initiative in our company in 2010. So we hired like consultant.
In the granite company. In
The granite
Torre. Okay,
company, yeah.
got it.
And,
Okay. So 2 years after you join the company, you have your first lean initiative.
Yeah, because since a long time ago, and since I joined the company, I felt that we had problems every day, and we kept on having the same problems every day.
And your company's growing like crazy, like you were telling, 30-40% a year, right?
Yeah, last year, a little bit less before, but always growing.
And all over Europe. So you're delivering countertops and kitchen installs all over Europe, correct?
Actually, it's mainly the French market,
Okay.
Belgium, a little bit the UK, Luxembourg.
Oh, Luxembourg, okay.
Yeah.
And a little bit in Africa. Didn't you say you had one job in Africa?
Yeah, two clients in Africa,
Okay.
Angola, yeah.
Very good. Okay, so you got involved in lean a couple years after you joined, and what happened with that lean initiative?
Actually, it was interesting. We did all the regular lean things like the value stream mapping, either in the factory and also with the installation teams in Paris.
Right.
We did 2 separate projects. It was nice, but people didn't buy in. So the results in the short term were kind of nice, but it didn't stay in the company.
So typical scenarios, consultants come in, they show you what to do. When they leave, everything goes back to normal.
Yeah.
Pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then we kept, I think we were, I was trying to find something else to find a solution, because we kept having the same problems. And
What kind of problems, real quick?
like problems in the shop floor, errors. We are always late to deliver the orders on time, and since we are very committed to have a very happy customer,
Right.
we were paying a very high price because we didn't let it go. So working hard.
Long
And
hours.
when sales steadily came up, we had less and less strength to be able to keep the same service to our customers.
Right.
Because yeah, it was
So complexity was increasing. You couldn't deliver on time.
Yeah.
Typical problems of a growing company.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what happened?
Then in 2013 we decided we should do something different. So we tried to make all Mondays afternoon consecrated to improvements.
Okay.
All the technical department that didn't work. Then we decided end of 2014 to hire a consultant that could be with their all time, not assigned to tasks related with orders, but
Right.
helping us improve. But that didn't help us either.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You did a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, and I was surprised that the time went by and we didn't find the solution for us. So
Right.
it was really frustrating.
Okay.
And I thought one day I was visiting one.
So
company.
you've done lean 3 different times now. You did it in the job in the beginning, at the job site in the implementation in terms of how you installed it. Then you have 2 consultants in the shop floor working with you on 2 different issues, and still no real success.
Yeah, no real success. Yeah.
Okay. Then what happened?
Then one day it was I think September 2014. I don't know why I was searching the internet. I was googling for stand-up desks,
Yeah.
and then I find your
You found
video.
me the crazy Paul, right?
Yeah, I found your video. I find the video really almost hilarious. It was an amazing video. Who's this guy? And yeah, then by accident, because when I saw your video, I didn't find 2-second lean that I didn't discover at the same time.
Right.
Then
Right.
I came back to the video. I saw some other interesting videos from FastCap, and then eventually I found about 2-second lean.
Right.
Yeah, and I have to tell you that books on personal development, how to be a rich millionaire, have a beautiful wife, things like that.
Yeah.
You have 1,000 books like that, a
Right.
million books like
Right.
that. And I was curious by the fact that your book was free.
Right.
So I told myself, so this guy is not writing this book to be a millionaire.
Right.
So there must be something else. And I saw your video, Lean is Simple, from the Mac conference.
Right.
And then I saw the video from.
And that was the roundtable. That's where we had Nick and Greg and Michael and Ashley.
Yeah.
That was magic. That was
That's
one of the coolest time ever.
When that made click, I said, because I was hearing these guys talking, and I thought I was hearing myself.
Yeah.
So all the same problems I was facing, and it was not you telling it. It was all these guys
I know.
telling
Isn't it cool?
that, and then I got convinced. But 1,000% convinced.
And that wasn't that long ago. That was like back in January, you said. That's when you started a
Yeah.
different approach to lean.
Yeah, actually, I got convinced in December,
Right.
and I presented 2-second lean to the company at the end of our end of year meeting and team building, and we started 2-second lean in our company the 5th of January.
Now, this is the amazing thing about the way Filipe did this, because I've never heard of anybody doing this, but you started lean by cleaning your bathrooms. You started in the bathroom just as I suggested, but then on top of that, you did it. You cleaned the bathroom and let no one else clean the bathroom, and that is unbelievable. What CEO cleans the bathroom for months, for not for a week, but for months you did it? Tell that story on what happened.
Actually, I read your book, and you said to start in the bathroom. But I was in Belgium,
Yeah.
and I was thinking I should start in the bathroom, like you said, but I saw 2 difficulties. So first one, convince people to be respectful in a bathroom and continuously improve a process like the bathroom process. Right. That was the first challenge. The second challenge, yet another.
We have a very big.
No problem.
No problem. That's part of having an outside video conference. What can you say? Okay, go ahead.
So the second challenge would be to have people cleaning the bathroom themselves.
Yeah.
So, and I was thinking that first of all, I didn't want to force people to do lean.
Right.
Because I knew if I forced people
They
not
wouldn't
being
do it.
respectful, it won't work. So one of the roundtables, I think it's Greg Lee from Talent Design.
Genius. Greg's genius.
He's amazing person. I will meet him tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow you're going to see Greg and Mr. Shingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in one of these roundtable videos, Greg was telling that when he started the bathroom at the Talent Design.
Because he said it's important to start in the bathroom. That's
Yeah.
what Greg said. That was one of the biggest things. You must start in the bathroom.
So he said that for the ones who didn't want to use the lean bathroom,
Right.
like a portable bathroom that
He went and rented a toilet, a porta potty.
Yeah. And he said, and just bring me a real dirty one.
Yeah,
So he's amazing.
yeah. And he said, if you don't want to if you're not going to respect the new lean bathroom and keep it very clean and respect for everyone else, you go out and use the porta potty.
Yeah.
Which was genius.
It was genius.
And you picked up on it. What did
yeah,
you do?
and I think I just made an improvement on that Greg already did. So I gathered the guys and I said to them, listen, we are starting 2 second lean in the company. We are starting in the bathroom, so because we have 2 bathrooms, one will be the. Sorry.
Yeah, we have some bugs, man.
One will be the lean bathroom. It's a bathroom where you show respect for people,
Right.
where you leave things better.
And I saw it. The video's incredible. It's immaculate. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Right?
And then there will be a normal bathroom. It's not a dirty bathroom, it will be a normal bathroom,
Right.
because we didn't want to punish anyone
Right.
that is not willing yet to use the lean bathroom. So I said, it's simple. If you want to use the lean bathroom, you're welcome. We had a list so people could put their name, sign their name, telling they're in, and they can use the lean bathroom.
And they're gonna use the bathroom with respect and make sure it's kept and maintained at an excellent level.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And I told them, but if you don't want to do it, or if you don't want to bother with that, there's no problem. You are welcome to use the normal bathroom. And the lean bathroom will be cleaned every day. I will be cleaning it for you and for me every day.
So you didn't only just say, here's the lean bathroom, here's normal, but I'm going to clean it. I'm going to make sure I maintain it for you at this high level.
And I told them why, because I told them I have no problem cleaning a bathroom where there is respect.
Right.
No problem. It's easy. I have no problem with that. The other bathroom, I will not clean it. The normal bathroom, I will not clean it. It will be cleaned from time to time by the janitor, something like that. And if it's dirty, I don't care. And I won't call anybody to say you left it dirty. I really don't care. It will be a normal bathroom. If you treat it well, it will be great. If you
If bad, it'll be bad.
it will be bad. So that's life. And I told them yet another thing. All the improvements we will be doing in the lean bathroom will only be done in the lean bathroom. For instance, we have the extra roll improvement. We did it in the lean bathroom. The other one didn't have it.
Right.
So people could see before their
clear
eyes
contrast, the
a clear
difference.
contrast. And it was interesting because the first few weeks there were only 3 or 4 names on the list.
Right.
Only 3 or 4 people using.
Everyone goes, my boss is crazy. Right.
Yeah. And then after 7 weeks, approximately, almost everyone had their name on the list. So
Really?
people freely opt to use the lean bathroom.
Because they saw the benefit of lean.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one amazing thing that happened in the process was that the lean bathroom, since day one, all throughout the day, was always impeccable. And you know why? Because people that were using it freely. They freely chose to use it. That's why I didn't have to be the cop, the policeman.
Ah.
You
See, this is why I like Filipe so much, because he's really taken this lean thing and elevated it to a whole nother level of understanding. And I think that's fascinating because, personally, that isn't me. I didn't do that. I was the cop. But you totally got it at a next level. You improved clearly on what we initially set out to start in the bathroom. And I think that's fantastic, man. That's incredible. So after 7 weeks, everybody was using the bathroom? Before long, everybody ended up signing up?
Actually, 2 people were not using it. And in one of the morning meetings, so we gather every morning for the morning meeting, and then we find out that these 2 people, they didn't use the lean bathroom because they were committed to show to everyone that the normal bathroom could be even cleaner than the lean bathroom.
Wow.
You can imagine that.
They were trying to prove lean wrong, basically.
I didn't really understand what was going on their heads, but we all realized that it was time to all bathrooms become lean, and that's what
Right.
we did that day. So everybody started using the two bathrooms because both of them were
And
lean.
so, what level of buy-in do you have from your employees? Are they? How do they feel about lean? Do you think now? Because it hasn't been that long. We're talking in the 1st of May right now. You're talking about 5 months or so. You haven't even been doing this very long, right?
Yeah, 4 months actually. Yeah.
And you've already made a journey over the United States, which is quite remarkable, all the way over
Yeah.
here. And you've met Michael. You've been to Germany. You've been to Yellow
January I met
Tools.
Michael, yeah.
Right now, you're going to see Greg, and you're just collaborating with everyone,
Yeah.
all the lean
I
maniacs.
still can't believe what's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah. So, what's the benefit? Why do this? What's the benefit to your company?
It's just amazing. You cannot really put in words what's happening. I would say that the most significant thing for me is the human side of this change.
Mm-hmm.
So we have so great examples of people that revealed even characteristics that we haven't even thought was possible.
Yes, like what?
You know, since always in our company, and I've had many companies,
Right.
You have this like everyone is still like suspicious about the person that is on the other side.
Yes.
A little bit.
This is what I like. Go ahead and tell the story. This is
Yeah.
incredible.
So as I see things, for me it's like a metaphor. It's like everyone has its own castle.
Yeah.
And people are very suspicious with the rifles pointing. Whose fault is this? Whose fault is that? People don't really talk with one another.
Yeah.
People are upset with one another. And as 2-second lean started to grow in the company, it's like these walls slowly started coming down.
And nobody's pointing their guns. Everyone's
no,
working together as a team now.
Yeah.
And they're collaborating.
Yeah, and the castles gave place like a beautiful garden like you have here in your home. So it's amazing. We have people that before weren't caring about the other colleague
Right.
that was under pressure finishing a work, and the same persons today take the initiative to say, do you need help?
It's crazy. The human side.
Yeah.
And this is the insight that Filipe has. It's crazy good. I have an entire page of notes, a page and a half of notes, as I sat down and talked to him about lean and what he's learned. I mean, it's really breathtaking. You said to me last night, waste is punching you in the face. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it's actually something that I realized yesterday when I was doing FastCap. Because every time you have waste and you have it all your life and you will always have it, your life gets miserable.
Yeah.
So the metaphor for me would be you are being punched.
Waste
waste.
is punching you in the
Yeah,
face.
but you don't even realize. You don't even realize you're being spanked.
Right, and it's creating all kinds of difficulties in your life.
Yeah.
Okay, keep
and
going.
then there are two kinds of people. There
Yeah.
are the punch bags.
They just keep getting punched, excuse me, by waste,
By
right?
waste, yeah.
They're punching bags.
They don't do nothing. They just stand still, day after day after
Yeah,
day
yeah,
after day, and then you have lean thinkers, process engineers.
Yeah.
What do? They are still getting punched on the face, but they fight back, and they will still get punches all their lives, but they will fight back all their lives. That's the difference.
I mean, where do you get this insight? I mean, it's so true.
It's true.
Wow. What about your customer? You told me you have an example of the customer that made everything complicated. Tell me about that.
Yeah.
That was so interesting.
Actually, it was not my improvement.
Yeah.
So it's an improvement from my team. We have, I don't know, for 8 years, you have this customer, and the technical drawings he sends to us are a real nightmare. So too many measurements, too many text, really hard to decrypt what's in there. And it's a problem that affects everyone on our value chain, if you want. People that is typing the code, person that is cutting, finishing the edges, quality control, all the way along. People are struggling to decrypt, to understand the drawing.
Yeah.
And what we did, we just simplified. We just removed everything that was not good,
Right.
that didn't have any value. Only added confusion.
So you had this. He had this drawing. He showed me the video on the drawing. It was this drawing that had all this nonsense in it, and you only needed like 6 pieces of information, but it had like 50 pieces of information.
Yeah.
And so you took all that out. You 3S the drawing, and
yeah.
only gave your operators,
Yeah.
your fabricators, exactly
And
what they
that's
needed.
Another example, we were suffering with that 8 years,
Yeah.
and nobody did nothing.
Yeah.
How is it possible?
Oh, it's crazy. And nobody did nothing. But now through lean eyes, you understand 3Sing, you understand eliminating
Yeah.
things, or the art of subtraction.
Not only me.
Your people.
My people.
Your people, and it's a fantastic video. Okay, so this one is a little coarse. So Filipe is such a mild-mannered guy you'd never expected, but we were sitting there talking the other night, and he tells me the story of this guy for 37 years carrying around the torch, right?
Yeah.
It's a little coarse, but it's the best story in the world. Tell me what happened.
So we have this. We use sometimes. You need a torch to dry the stones.
Yeah.
So you have the gas bottle
Yeah?
that must weigh how many kilos?
20.
20 kilos.
20 kilos.
Okay, got it.
So the first thing they had to do, the first ways, is go looking for the torch. Where is it?
Right.
So, and the prize when you find it is to carry it.
Yeah.
So, and I had this guy from this teammate from that is doing the finishing to the worktop, that came up with an improvement that took him 15 minutes
Yeah?
and just made like a little
Dolly?
dolly
Yeah?
for the gas bottle and the
Yeah.
torch, and they said that the place is there, so he marked the place. So he was so happy because for 37 years you had to carry the torch, and he was the happiest man on face of
Yeah,
earth.
but that's not the way he said it to me. We're not going to say he said he had to carry the...
Yeah,
You remember? It was so funny. So for 37 years, this guy's carrying this torch around. You learn lean. It's got a dolly. It's got a specific place. There's no struggle. And the guy looks at it and goes, for 37 years, I've been carrying around the torch, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Unbelievable. What a great story. I love that. Okay, so why did you feel strange going to the shop floor? You personally, remember you weren't going to the shop floor because originally you're in the executive, you're sitting in your nice office. And
Actually, since I started working in the company,
Yeah.
I always greeted everybody in the morning, but I still haven't found the way to interact with my people.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it to you.
You just didn't feel comfortable going to the shop floor. You'd say hi to people, but that was about as
Yeah.
far as it went, right?
Yeah. So
Right.
I talked a little bit with them. I was only very truthful with them.
Right.
But I
Couldn't connect with them.
Yeah, I couldn't connect with
And
them.
then, are you connecting with them now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're just like you're on the floor all the time working with them.
Yeah.
What does your dad think about all this? He must think this is crazy.
Actually, my father kept telling me you should spend more time on the shop floor, interact with people.
This man is so wise.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing. Oh my gosh. My life is so rich because of the last 3 years. Three days. The last 3 days have just been crazy
Yeah.
good.
I can tell you the simple
Oh,
things.
it's just so awesome. Okay, you said that lean is reserved. What did you say about lean is reserved for people that deserve it?
Yeah.
Boy, that's kind of arrogant. What does that mean?
I think that there are few characteristics that a company or a leader must have to be able to put in place to second lean.
Yeah.
That's why, for start, people must be really humble
Yeah.
and special enough to care for
Other people.
Other people.
Yeah.
If you don't
so
have that,
beautiful.
if you don't have that, you will never.
You'll never understand
People will
lean.
never believe you.
Yeah.
And if people don't believe you, they will never. It will never work.
And I have to thank Hawks for teaching me this. That was when I went to Japan. I went with Hawks, and the president of the company. We got off the bus, gets down. We get down on our hands and knees. We're in suits, and we're scrubbing the floor with the president of the company. And he taught me the importance of humility in deploying lean. And he told me another story. I haven't told this story very often, but that when you really want to learn lean as an executive in Toyota or in the Japanese culture, you have to adopt a public toilet. And you have to take care of that public toilet for a couple months. And you scrub and take care of and polish that toilet. That's how they train up their leaders for lean. And when he told me that story, and he got me down on my hands and knees, and I always tell the story, I was very pissed because I didn't want to get down on my hands and knees. That was stupid. but he was trying to teach me humility, and you totally got it. You cleaned the toilet of your people for months.
Yeah, you just can bring up your dollars and say, just buy to second lien.
Yeah, you
put it-
can't.
Yeah, that's
You
why
can't get a consultant to help you do it. Your lean must be
From the heart.
from your heart completely.
it won't work.
And then your employees came to you after you've been cleaning it for a couple of months, and they said, "We want to start cleaning the bathroom," right?
Yeah, yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. You know, in one of the morning meetings, we were all gathered like every morning, and they said, "Filipe, there is one improvement we should make in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I think we all want to clean the bathroom. It's not only you."
You must have just wanted to cry.
Yeah, it was.
That's incredible. What about your wife and Lean? This is another good story. Your wife and Lean. What happened
Yeah.
there?
Actually, as I am so passionate about lean, and I kept talking that with my wife. I thought that she should be as passionate as I am.
Right.
And when we started our lean journey, and specifically cleaning the bathrooms,
Yeah.
I tell Vera, so I'm starting cleaning the bathrooms. If you want, you can help me out. And she looks to me like
Are you
this.
crazy?
Are you crazy? And then I realized that we are different people, and we get to believe in things and in lean and in other things in life, not at the same time. So I had to give her the space and
yeah.
room, so she could have make a discovery and realize and believe herself. Because it's not like this.
Right.
I was and I am 100% engaged with lean, but I have to understand that people
Are different stages,
and you
right?
have to let them. They have to feel free.
I say never do lean at home. Never get your wife to do lean. If they want to do it, they're going to do it because you do it well.
Yeah, and that's why if people must feel free. And an example, I sometimes I talk with some people. We imagine a wild Mustang, and you want to tame the wild Mustang. So if you grab him, you will kill him.
Yeah.
It won't work. It won't work. It's too violent. So you just put a rope, and you have the pole, and you let him run.
Yeah.
You let him run, and little by little,
You pull a bit.
just little by little.
Did you tell your wife that you did that to her?
No. It's just a way of saying that people must be free. They must
be
feel
free. And this is the powerful
And
thing
we are
that you've
doing
really
this
unearthed.
to help them. We are helping. We are training them. We are
Right.
helping them. So yeah, that's the way.
Okay, so what about the guy who never wanted to work extra?
Yeah, actually, it's one of our employees.
Yeah?
It's like a very motivated person, but
A tough guy.
a tough guy.
Yeah.
Really a tough guy. So the kind of guy, we have the bell for lunch, and the bell was not 1 minute before the bell rang.
Yeah?
He already was ready. He was on his way. So
Boom.
boom. So that
Nothing
kind of-
extra, not thinking of the company, just thinking of himself and
Yeah.
clocking out.
And one day I was actually cleaning the bathroom in the morning, and the bell rang, and it doesn't go away. So he kept doing his job. And then we have an apprentice, another young guy that was there, and was calling, "Hey, attention! The bell rang," and he didn't even pay attention to that. So he finished it, what he had to finish, and then he went to lunch.
So completely changed. Now, why did he change? Why did he go from being so concerned about the clock and then always about the customer? What happened?
It's the man, the bottle of gas. I say it's the same.
Oh, the same man with the ball carrying the big gas around.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know.
That is
There's always
crazy.
extras.
Yeah.
You have had some amazing success stories. Now, what about ISO 9000? That's an amazing story too.
Yeah,
Okay, so
we are still struggling with that. To see how to marry 2 second lean and ISO 9000.
yeah,
I'm still not sure it will be possible but probably it will be. The story is one of the requirements of ISO 9000 is that every time you have something that goes wrong, like in fabrication, the shop floor, you have to make a note, fill a form and things like
right.
that. So we had to put that in place, and actually my team, they were really unhappy with that. So
It's a pain in the butt.
it's a pretty
It's a bunch of bureaucracy.
yeah.
Okay.
And every time I tried to, before 2-second lean, every time I tried to improve the process, I was actually adding complexity to the process. So I had a form and I thought, okay, maybe we need some codes so we can make some statistics. So I add the codes and I make like a document explaining how to fill in the form. And then, as that didn't work, what do? I ask someone in the company to put everything on the computer so we can make like some graphs and things like that. But that didn't work either. And then we had even more complexity. So we hired a consultant to help us out because I didn't have time.
Yeah.
And so I thought maybe if we have a consultant to help us with this, we will have some results. Because in the meantime, we had no results. We were just noting problems, but we are not doing anything to solve
so
the problem.
no value added.
No
you're doing the ISO 9000 because it's supposed to help you, but it's not helping you at all except for taking more of your time to fill out all these complex forms that your people hated to do.
Yeah.
And then they hated you more because you were making them do it.
Yeah.
Okay, then what happened?
And then the consultant came, and it's actually someone I really like him.
Right.
I think it's a very good consultant, but he's doing what the good consultants do. It is overcomplicate things even more.
Okay.
So we had a form that people didn't like, so he came up with a form that was 10 times more complicated.
Right.
Okay. So
we have a B. Okay, he's gone.
And actually, I kept telling him, we need to simplify this form, we need to simplify this form. And I was on a business trip, and I was yet another time reviewing his form, and I said, it's impossible, how can we be so complicated? It's crazy.
You think just like me. I mean, they make things so complicated, you just go, what is this all about? Okay.
And then after 2 hours in the hotel, I quit looking at the form.
Yeah.
And then flying back on Saturday in the morning, I think one of my first epiphany moments in life. So I was on the airplane and I was reviewing my notes from the trip. And then I stumbled on this form. And I have already read your book.
Yeah.
So I look at the form, I say, it's not possible. And I put like this, lean, like on top of the form.
Yeah.
Out of subtraction. And then I realized the only improvement that we needed to do to the form. That was to burn it. And I was like this on the plane, and I know people must think I'm crazy, but I was like
goosebumps.
You can't imagine. You can't imagine. What do you do? What do we do today? It's so simple. We have a problem. In the morning meeting, the next day we discuss it. We decide what we are going to do, and then we move on. We action.
Action this day. Winston Churchill. You learned a lot about that because we talked about it a lot at our morning meetings when you were here.
It's so amazing because it really works.
Not let's fill out the form. Let's fix it now.
Yeah, that's it.
And you saw that happen at FastCap a lot when you were there. We were fixing everything. I mean, it was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was your impression of FastCap? I'm curious when you came there because you came here not knowing what you were getting into. And I am a little bit of a wild man because I just kind of cut you loose and you just ran all over my place and you work with my people. You work in production cells.
Amazing experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? What was unusual about it?
I think that the greatest takeaway from being at FastCap, there are so many different people we talked to, so many brilliant things that we heard and learned, but there was this sense of urgency. So you're not. It's not bullshit. So you just do things. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like boom. Everybody's like on it, working on it. And you know, we owe this urgency concept to Joe Bumford, who is the originator or the founder of JBC. I visited JBC, a huge heavy equipment manufacturer, in the UK when I went to visit Ashley Bailey. Ashley did a great job, got me into JBC, which is a fantastic company. And I've always had a sense of urgency, and I learned that urgency is just feeling pressure. I've always felt like there's just pressure on me to get things done. I don't you know, you look at my yards and they're beautiful. Well, they're beautiful because I don't just say, I hope they're going to look nice. I go out there and I work like a maniac, right? There's just this sense of urgency. So I've always put that on my people. I mean, we need to work with real urgency and intensity. But when I went to JBC, Joe Bumford said that if you want to be successful in life, all you need to do is have urgency. And if you haven't got urgency, you need to learn to have urgency. So we teach our people, you must have urgency. Yeah. And you felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like we were crazy working like maniacs, but people were People were working.
Yeah, and the example you gave from FastCap, the old days when you were one week behind
Right,
orders,
all the time.
and then you just said we stop for 1 or 2 days. We clean,
clean.
sort, and standardize.
Right.
We make improvements because anyway, like this, we won't make it. So
Right.
and I think it's so true, and I think I learned so much from you, and I think some examples we have in our company. Sometimes we have one machine that is doing producing defects,
Right.
and we say we have so much work, we cannot stop the machine for 2 hours to put it in order.
Right.
So what are we having? So every time you have a defect, you have at least another person that will have half an hour to an hour to correct the defect 10 times a week. So we are not even able to see that is costing us 10 hours or more each week.
But now you stop and fix the machine now, so you're not continually producing defects.
We will start to do that like that because it's
so
so
incredible.
simple and it's so obvious. Maybe we can't see.
Yeah, I know. You know, Toyota has this great saying. You know, that maybe their goal might be to produce 1,000 cars a day, but really Toyota doesn't care if they produce 1,000 cars a day. They want to produce perfect cars every day. So if they produce 500 or 300, what matters is they produce 300 or 500 perfect cars. So it's not about how many, it's about the quality. And when you get quality, when you get the quality equation first, everything changes. All of a sudden the burden comes off you because you're focused on the right thing.
Yeah.
Ah, so incredible. So anything else you want to share? Because I mean, I could go on and on and on. You had so many good insights about lean.
Yeah,
What would you tell the average person who's watching this, who isn't doing lean, who hasn't started the lean journey like you? What would you tell them to do?
Yeah, my advice would be they have your book. I've seen
And it's free,
and it's free.
right? Yeah. You can download the audio or get the digital Kindle or whatever you want on 2secondlean.com.
And another thing that helped me a lot was seeing so many videos that you have, FastCap, Waters on the Wall.
Right. So
Quite
watch
easy.
the video.
Watch the
And now
videos.
you have produced how many videos in 4 months?
Around 200 videos.
200 videos. I mean, all I can say is no excuses.
Yeah.
Filipe,
Wow.
you're awesome,
Thanks a
man.
lot.
Wow. Tino,
Okay.
you have an amazing son, amazing company,
Paul.
amazing human beings. I mean,
Okay.
my life is so enriched. I hope you enjoy this American Innovator because these people are unbelievable. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Paul.
And welcome to my home.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.